your electrical panel, everything on the individual circuits. Your power cord is dropped through the cable hatch, just so that you can shut this access door in use. Over here you have your water heater, water pump, which plug in right there. Make sure your tanks are full. Right now they're empty just because of the winter. Make sure your tanks are full when your water pump is plugged in. Right here we have the city water fill box. You'll use the little silver key to open that one. When this is open, on the left side you have the non-pressure water, on the right side you have the pressurized water hookup. Exterior lights are on, can't really tell. This is your drain, just like a normal RV. You can hook up a hose here for draining purposes, or you can take off the whole face right there. In order to drain, you just pull the pin. That actually releases it. Back here you have your propane. Right now we're hooked up to our tank because ours are full, yours are not. So in order to turn your gas lines on, you go straight up. If it's making a T across the pipe, gas is off. As you can see there, this one's on. Your flip up counter, inside the sink package there are legs that you will undo here, undo the pin and hook the legs in order to make your flip up counter stay once you get parked. Same for the awning, there's also a leg in the sink package to hook up there. If you need any assistance on working that, I also have a video for that I can send separate, just let me know. So, one thing, the power cord is ran right here through the bottom of the trailer and hooked up there to our shore power. You can also run a generator off the tongue. Alright, inside for the equipment.
Alright, so these are going to stay in the off position when lighting. You're going to have the hood switch on, which is this hood here. That switch there. Take a light. Now these burners are lit. Now you have full control to turn to what temperature you need them to be in. As far as lighting here, you'll take and put your lighter underneath. Sometimes it's easier to remove the drain pan. And you'll be able to see through this eye hole for each one of these that are lit. Once they're lit, you can put your drain pan back in and you'll be able to control your gas supply. Lighting the fryers. It's easy to remove this panel. This knob here, that where the L is, you line up with the red dot. You'll be able to push in. You'll light. You'll continue to hold this in for about 30 seconds, 60 seconds. When you can let off and that stays lit, then turn this to the on position. At that point, then you have full control thermostat. When you're finished for the day, make sure you turn this one to the off position. That way there's no gas coming into the trailer. Same thing for this one. I've already got the pilot lit. Once finished, turn to the off position. come over to the steam table. The light pallets. Then you have full control for your eyes, whether it be high, medium, low. If you're not going to use the steam table, you can cut the gas supply off like so. That way there's no more gas going to it.
Here we have the sandwich prep. There's your caster wheels. We take them off just for mounting purposes. Proofer. Everything is controlled here. Manuals for everything are in the appliance. There's your freezer. Manuals for it. Racks are in here. You can install those. We leave them off for transportation reasons. There's also a key here so you can lock your door when transporting the trailer. Refrigerator. Same deal with the refrigerator. There's your fire suppression bottle, which is all hooked up here to the control head. Right now it's in the set position, but your system is not active until you have been inspected and cleared. Once you get cleared through there, all you do is take these 4 screws off, take the face off of the control head. Inside there's a small CO2 cartridge. Once you install that CO2 cartridge, your system is now active. If you plan on moving your trailer, you can either take the face back off and take the CO2 cartridge out, or the easiest option is to disconnect here or disconnect from the actual tank. That just keeps you from hitting a bump and emptying your whole tank out into the trailer if it were to set the system off. Once you get parked, you just install that back and your system is active. If you get to your location and this is in the fire position, you need to call your fire suppression specialist. It just means you hit a bump and set your system off. And then here's the emergency for the fire suppression. Pull the pin, turn the handle to set your system off if you were to get a flame that looked out of control there. Once again, hood system here. You will need to install the drip tray. So it hooks on there, and there's another one there. We leave it hooked up there just for transportation reasons. Same with the pan. You just take that off, install it here, so the grease would drip down here. Let's see. These are removable so that you can clean those. So the grease would go up through here, and any excess grease would come off the tray and drip down into the pan. Here's your fire suppression nozzles. Some of these will come off during transportation. Try to keep them on there. It keeps grease from clogging up the end of the hose. If you lose those, just call your fire suppression guy. They can hook you up with some more. Air conditioning is controlled here. So the heat is the black one. The heat is the red one, the black one is off. And air conditioning controlled there. You can control the vents. Sink package here. Like I said, we don't have any water in the tanks. Just main thing there, just make sure your water pump and water heater are plugged in, and make sure your tanks are full. These are the legs for the flip up counter outside the window. These are the manuals for some of your cooking equipment. Everything explains lighting in there as well. And this is the arm for your awning.